If you feel like showing your support and want to pick up a Random Frank P limited t-shirt, you can get one now for a limited time on Teespring. There's less than 8 days left, so make sure you grab them while you can. You can get a t-shirt, a hoodie, or a tank top, all with this very techie geometric logo. I'll put the link in the description down below, and don't miss out. What's up guys, I'm Random Frank P, back with episode 65 of Room Tour Project, the series where we show off the best setups. We have some really awesome ones planned, so don't forget, check the description down below as well. If you see something you like in here, I'll have it listed down there for you. But let's start off episode 65 now. First, we have a crazy clean white and black gaming office here that goes the extra mile in detail everywhere you look. Everything is so clean and organized, I love that, and the matching here is 100% on point with everything. He does have dual setups, one for gaming and one for productivity, but the way he has it all just aligned on that desk gives him a lot of space to move around. It's not too cluttered, which is a big plus in my book. For his main setup off to the left, he has two monitors. One is an Acer Predator X34 and the other is a 4K Asus monitor, so tons of pixels there. Now taking a look at his peripherals, he's rocking the Corsair Gaming Strafe RGB keyboard coupled with the Corsair M65 Pro RGB mouse, and that is on the Razer Firefly mouse pad, so tons of RGB peripherals here, again adding to that nice white and black setup. If you take a look for some of his audio, off to the side you can see the Corsair Void RGB wireless headset in white, gotta be matching. And for speakers, he has Logitech Z5450, which is a 5.1 wireless surround sound system. Now underneath his desk is his PC, and inside the Alienware Aurora R5 is an i7-6700K CPU, 16 gigs of HyperX Fury RAM, and an NVIDIA 1080 Founders Edition graphics card. Then off to the side, he has his little productivity station there with the 27-inch 5K iMac with the Apple Magic Mouse and Apple Magic Keyboard. I do like how he has both the setups kind of separate though, not on the same side of the desk. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how you can't see any cables hanging down on the floor or anything? That is a great job with cable management here, and I am loving the look of the Philips Hue RGB light strips he has underneath his desk. The red here looks really awesome. He even has it in the overhead light, and at night in the dark, this looks even cooler if that was possible. Now, one really great thing about having an entirely white and black setup is that when the lights are off and you turn the LEDs on, it'll shine to whatever color they are. It reflects off the surface, and I love how he has all the strips nicely underneath every desktop surface here. Just looks really cool. It's all glowing, and everything can match to his RGB peripherals. Everything is just really tastefully done. I love in the corner how he has the shelves there with some action figures, things like X-Men, Batman, stuff like that. Not to mention those Star Wars prints above his monitor that add some much needed color. And the shelves everywhere, everything is neatly aligned. That stuff doesn't go unnoticed to me. I love the dedication to detail, making it look so much nicer in the end. Next up, prepare yourself, because Alex is making me extremely jealous. Not only does he literally have 3 PCs on his desk, he has a triple monitors plus that massive projection screen. Damn. Alex is a big Transformers fan, hence the kind of theme to his setup here. But before we go over his Bumblebee, Megatron, and Optimus PCs, we'll take a look at the setup itself. On his desk are those 3 monitors side by side. They are 3 of the Samsung 27-inch. I'll put the model in the description down below like I always do. I'm not going to read it all off. But 3 of those. And for his peripherals, he has a lot of options here. He's rocking the Logitech G510S wireless gaming keyboard. Also a Roccat Cone XD wired gaming mouse with a Roccat USB hub and mouse bungee. And some extra things like his 3D Connection Space Mouse Pro and his Wacom Intuos Pro tablet. Well, damn. Now we're going to take a look at that wall-mounted Bumblebee PC. And I don't know if this was custom made, like if he made it or if he bought it. Either way, this thing is incredible. It's even got a built-in little like logo projection there to show off the Transformer logo on his ceiling. Like, are you kidding me? Is that, how awesome is that? Plus an engine start button to turn the PC on. This is like a fucking Transformer. Sorry for cursing. Anyways, while I read aloud his specs to these PCs, you can just drool. I'll understand. Inside this, he has the i7-5820K. It's on an ASRock extended X99 overclocked formula motherboard, 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RAM, and an EVGA 1080 Founders Edition graphics card. But obviously the main selling point here is all the attention to detail and the custom parts that make this look like a transformer, like crazy yellow braided sleeves for tubing, the crazy water blocks. He literally listed everything out here, but it's far beyond my comprehension. It is just insane. I'd rather just look at this and read it all, but that is nuts. Oh, and in case you forgot, he has two other Transformers PCs. Up on the shelf is a black and red Megatron theme here. This is solely his render PC. He has dual Xeon E5 2680 CPUs. They're 12 core a piece. A Noctua CPU cooler on that. 64 gigs of crucial RAM, that is right, and a GTX 780, but it's worth noting he has like 400 fans in this thing, so that's awesome. Obviously the whole Megatron theme looks pretty cool as well. There's enough red LED lights in here to blind the world. And off to his third Optimus PC, which was actually his first computer. Definitely digging the whole white and blue theme here. Inside that, he has an i7-3930K with a Cooler Master V8 CPU cooler, 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RAM, on an EVGA Rampage 4 Extreme motherboard, and dual EVGA 980 graphics cards. That's inside the Cooler Master Storm Striker case in white. God. Didn't even mention that BenQ projector. That's the W1070. All I gotta say is these pictures really speak for themselves. This is one of the craziest things I've seen. I think I've seen it all by now. And if you're digging this, just go down, leave a like, and in the comments section, type in holy shit. I'm serious. I want to see thousands of holy shits. Well, we're 7 minutes in and only showed off 2 setups. I hope there's someone still watching. Now this one's really cool, and I picked this because I love when setups dedicate themselves to a certain theme. And like we had the Transformers before, this one is big on Ninja Turtles. Definitely a unique theme. It's not the most fanciest thing I've ever seen. It's kind of toned back, but I like the way he has it set up all with this sort of office space or that desk he has going on. Speaking of which, he has dual BenQ 24-inch monitors there as his 2 primary displays. And beneath that are his peripherals, which is using a Ducky Shine 5 RGB keyboard. Very nice choice, with a Razer Deathadder mouse. Also on his desk you could spot the Bose Companion 20 speakers, and his headset of choice is the Astro A50. Now it's pretty obvious that it was staring you in the face, but on the right side is that really cool looking water-cooled PC. Since he's a big TMNT fan, he wanted to go with that ninja green, that ooze sort of look for the fluid here, which he pulled off very nicely with the black light. Inside the Phanteks Enthoo EVOLV case is an i7-6700K CPU, is an MSI 1080 graphics card, he has an alpha cool reservoir and pump there, a CPU and GPU block from EK, but I'm a big fan of him going in on that like fluorescent green ooze kind of look for his internals here. Even the cables, and that's cool. On top of his desk, he has a lightsaber on display. Obviously, not real, but I'm digging the replica. It's a little Portal figure, Team Fortress 2 stuff. And if you weren't sold already he was a Turtles fan, he's got the collection to back it up. Prints above the TV, some Halo figures on the entertainment center there with some retro consoles inside, and off to the left you can see that bookcase that is covered in Ninja Turtles memorabilia. Tons of figures, old throwback games. This is the stuff I really like, and this is what I look for when picking awesome setups. You find something you love and you go for it, and you've just made a badass gaming setup. And this one from Chris is much more simple, single monitor here, but it's a nice warm feeling, probably due to the warm LED lights behind his desk. Not only that, but you can see some fake IKEA grass. I was going to say it feels very earthy. Maybe that's because there's a map above his monitor as well. Anyways, that monitor he uses is an Asus ROG Swift PG279Q. It is 2560 by 1440 and is known for its crazy refresh rate. For his peripherals, he's using the Razer Deathstalker Chroma keyboard with a Logitech G502 Proteus Core mouse, obviously on an extended mouse pad. And then off to the side is his HyperX Cloud headset. Gotta go white and black. And then to his right is his PC. This is looking pretty nice. The case is an NZXT S340. It does appear to have some stickers or branding on it, so I'm not too sure if it's a pre-built or not, but either way, it's definitely nice. Inside he has an i7-6700K CPU with a Be Quiet Pure Rock CPU cooler, 16 gigs of HyperX RAM, and a Founders Edition 1080. I like how all your hardware inside is black, which is going to complement the white exterior of your case. It's all very clean as well. And I like how in the corner, it kind of is underneath like those like very nature and landscape photos. Definitely helps add to the overall flow of your room since it is very warm and earthy like I said before. The setup's nice and simple, and I really like the feeling I get from it. Just nice and cozy. And last but not least, probably the longest episode of Room Tour Project ever. Is anybody still listening? I'm dead inside. But the IKEA here is strong with this one. Digging the Alex drawers and wooden desktop there, wink wink, and it fits in with your white and wooden theme. While this is more a productivity setup, it is still fair game. We're looking at a 2015 27-inch iMac with the Retina 5K display. Having seen one in person, the 5K is stunning. It's spec'd out very nicely to get all his work done, and for his peripherals, he's rocking the Apple Magic Mouse 2 with the Apple Magic Keyboard. Gotta keep it in-house. Also underneath the display, you can see the Scarlett 2i2 interface. And for bumping some music, he's got the Yamaha HS7 Studio monitors with a Yamaha HS8S subwoofer. The white speakers and peripherals definitely highlights the look of your drawers. You've kept your desktop extremely clean and organized. Can definitely appreciate that. And the wooden desk just makes it all stand out. And I'm sure having that 5K display really makes everything pop. Alright guys, that'll do it for episode 65 of Room Tour Project. Hope you enjoyed. We have some awesome special guests coming up in the next few weeks, so make sure you don't miss out on that. I'm really pumped. You can check the description down below for a ton of things. I'll have all the products listed down there for you if you want to pick something up. There's some simple instructions on how to submit your setup if you want to be on the show in a future episode, as well as the purchase link if you want to pick up a limited Random Frank P t-shirt. Make sure you get it while you can. If you like this episode, please give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. Lastly, if you haven't already, hit that damn subscribe button. Well, I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed episode 65. Have a good day.